Well, hello everyone and welcome back. This week we're going to talk about investing in smaller multi-residential properties, 2, 3, maybe 4 units. And to go along with that, we're going to be looking at low down payment programs. Specifically, is there one? And the answer to the question is yes, there is a program available. It is through the FHA. So let's get started right now and look at that program. We're looking at a 4-unit multi-residential property, and we would like to buy it, but with as little down payment as possible. And there is a program through the FHA that will allow a borrower to buy it with as little down as 3.5%. So let's go through the requirements. But I do want to emphasize one thing. First of all, you're getting approved by your lender and also by the FHA. For the FHA to insure the loan made by the lender, the loan itself must meet certain minimum requirements. So let's go through all of that right now. The buyer must agree to occupy one of the units for at least 1 year. The FHA is in the business of promoting home ownership, and they will allow this, a 4-unit property, to qualify under that program. But the point being is, they only make loans to people who agree to occupy the property. Next, the property must meet certain minimum standards, the physical characteristics of the property. So there must be a good roof, windows, water heater. A number of other factors also apply, are the minimum standards for the building. And please check with your lender on that. To obtain the loan, you must also meet certain credit requirements. Basically, the borrower must have a minimum FICO score of 580, which is really the same as buying a single-family home through the FHA. They do allow the FICO score to go below that to 500, but then the requirement for the down payment goes up. It may go up to 10%. Next, the qualifying ratios. And these are both really important. There's 2 of them. The debt-to-income ratio can be no more than 31%. So how do you calculate that? You take the principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, add to that the mortgage insurance premium, which I'll talk more about later on, and any HOA requirement that might exist, divide that by your gross monthly income. Now, the real trick in terms of the gross monthly income is really how much of the rental income from the property will the lender allow to be used to qualify you for this property? Will they allow all the rental income? Will they allow 90%, 75%? There's no easy answer to that. So check with your lender. I will say this, to the extent that you have experience dealing with rental properties, the percentage that they will allow will go up. The next ratio is the total fixed payments to income. That can be no more than 43%. And that's calculated by, first of all, you start out with the same as above. All the principal, interest, taxes, insurance, the mortgage insurance premium, plus the HOA, and add to that any car payments and student loan payments. Now, add all of that together and divide that by your gross monthly income, and that ratio can be no more than 43%. There is always room for these ratios to change depending upon other factors that you may have. Maybe you have a lot of money in the bank, something along those lines. If you do, these ratios will change. Now, there's also this issue of money options. And for instance, the seller can pay up to 6% of your closing costs. So that really comes in handy. It will minimize the amount of money that you have to come out of pocket in order to buy the property. And always keep this in mind. The seller cannot contribute towards your down payment. That must come from you. The 3.5% must come from you. If you want to get into these gift letters and things, talk that over with your lender. Next, it is possible to finance certain allowable closing costs. That can include things like, the escrow fee or the title insurance or maybe some recording fees, those type items. Again, check with the lender. And also, it's possible to finance the upfront mortgage premium for the mortgage insurance. Mortgage insurance, there's actually two different pieces to that. There is an upfront fee, and then there's the ongoing fee that's paid on a monthly basis. What they're saying here is that the upfront fee that you pay to get the mortgage insurance, that can be added into or be financed in the loan. Again, minimizing some of the cash that you'll need to close the transaction. And then we get into this, finally, what is the maximum loan amount that the FHA will approve? And that is, I listed out some of the more common ones here, maybe in LA County and Ventura County. They will finance up to $1,395,000. Again, but you'll have to come out of pocket for the 3.5%. And you can see the other areas. If there are other areas that you're considering and need to look that up, and you would like to know what the limits are in those areas, just go to the FHA website /lending, and you will find the loan limits for anywhere in the United States. Okay, well, in the future, probably my next video, I'm going to do an analysis of a multi-residential property, and I'm going to employ this type of a loan, and we'll look at what the results are by putting on one of these low down payment loans. If you liked this video, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will be looking for you next time. Thank you.